I am Ty. You can find me at Baller and Brawler on Twitter. I am the handler this evening, as we play a heavily modified version of Music from a Darkened Room from the a Delta Green module from the Night at the Opera book.
My name's Chris. I'll be playing a new character tonight, Roger Rogers. He's a Texas Ranger who was, they were just out of people to call in, so they're calling in a Texas Ranger to New Jersey, and I put this mustache on just for tonight.
You didn't put it on, you grew it.
I mean, I grew it, but I trimmed around it and shaved, but there we go.
Hello. This is a great question. Who are you? Why did you bring me here? Hello, I'm Maria. Hello, I'm Maria. You can find me at Happy Capture on Twitter. And tonight, I'm playing John Slick, who is a hardened badass.
Nice.
Who hails usually from New York, but today she's here to find and get her revenge on ghosts. Well, that's me.
Hello. Hi, I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. Tonight, I'm playing Alice Shepard, who is a sociologist who owns a flower shop. And that's really her passion, is making flower arrangements. So I think this is a good choice for her. I think it'll be fine.
Kenneth Morgan from the original Operation Fulminate that we did, so I'm a returning character. And I'm a game designer who got caught up in something weird, and now he works for Delta Green. And he used to be this innocent, bright-eyed kind of kid who's pretty young for this team. But after everything that happened to him in the last one, maybe some of that light kind of went away. But it's still there a little bit. So that's who I'm playing as. And I'm Dave. You can find me at Mystery Mythos on Twitter.
All right. If everyone is ready, we will begin. It is a hot, bright July day. A nondescript office building stands alone in a massive, empty parking lot. Inside is meeting room 304. A man in a green button-up shirt and prematurely white hair for his about late 30s age and a pure white beard is staring at the group in front of him across a meeting table. What does he see? Everyone describe your characters. We'll start with Kenny first.
Okay. I guess I'm just kind of sitting there a little bit knowing to what to expect. I'm assuming this is like a Delta Green kind of briefing room.
This is the handler.
Okay.
It's an empty building. You don't know the building, but you don't know anyone next to you except you know the handler from the first minute.
Okay.
It's
so
just a handler.
I kind of know to respect this guy a little bit more, and I know vaguely what I'm into, and I don't necessarily want to be here, but I know that I'm one of the few people on this planet that can help in these situations because I'm a Delta Green agent. So I'm sitting there. I look kind of nondescript. I'm wearing like a hoodie. I have my hat on. I've actually shaved my head since the last time. I've done that in real life, but that isn't because of my character. That's because I needed a haircut and botched it. But I'm sitting at the table just kind of at attention. I occasionally look over to the other people at the table, but I'm paying attention this time.
And we'll go down the line. What does Alice look like?
So Alice has short blonde hair, to her chin, and she's dressed in jeans and a flannel shirt. She looks a little bit femme and butch at the same time, and she is there, and she has a little notebook and a little pen. And she's prepared to take notes on anything that she needs to take notes on. And she's looking very closely, and she's ready.
And what does Dawn look like?
So, Dawn is in her late 30s. Pretty tall, probably close to 6 feet. Broad shoulder, but pretty slim builds. It's all muscle, though. She has really short red hair, kind of very close, very similar to my hairstyle. Short on one side, kind of poofy, curly, longer on the other. And almost always wears shades, even inside. And definitely dresses in a casual practicality. So plain colored long sleeve shirt, some nice khakis that are very stretchy, very comfortable shoes, There's a giant knife attached to her thigh. And she's got kind of like a light blazer over top of all this. And she's just kind of sitting there. Unlike Alice, she just sits there and does not look like she's ready to take notes.
And Roger Rogers.
Roger Rogers is, he's kicked back in the chair, dirty boots up on the table, dirty jeans, dirty vest. He's got his hat over his eyes. You can see his gray handlebar mustache, and he reaches into a pocket and pulls out a big wad of Sour Patch Kids.
I can't wait to draw this character.
Sits there like that.
The handler in front of you, who was also wearing aviators, looked you up and down. Well, welcome to Pickle Squad. We got some newbies, we got some transfers, we got some veterans, but I'm sure you all get on like pigs in blankets. He tosses a manila envelope onto the table in front of you. It's Operation Iago. One of ours is dead, Arthur Donnelly. He was a hell of a veteran agent, and a hell of a mahjong player. His body was found at 1206 Spooner Avenue, Meadowbrook, New Jersey. You all need to determine the cause of death, if there's anything supernatural out there, and if there is an ongoing threat to the public at that house. Once you complete both, you can contact me. He also slides a burner phone across the table. There's a couple contacts in there that might be of use in that area. Any questions?
I kind of reach over and grab the phone off of the table and slip it into my pocket.
It's a Nokia brick phone.
Yeah, it's a burner.
Well, I got a question over here. How are we gonna be getting over there? You're gonna be dropping us off?
There's a
riding in guns a-blazing.
now there's a Chevy Tahoe down below for you all to take together.
American made. Good taste.
I just kind of look over at Roger Rogers because he said go in guns blazing, and I kind of just remembered that was a strategy we tried, or thought about at least, and I was just like, this guy is gonna get us all killed.
Any others?
So we have the name and the place he was killed.
Yes.
What happened to him that he died? Like, did he get eviscerated, or did he get
And he got his, they found him, the police have ruled it as a suicide. We found him with his throat slit in the master bedroom. And, Donnelly was a little, obsessive at times, but we don't think he would have done this himself. And this house has, got a bit of a story past in the community.
I was gonna say, was it his house? It sounds like a no.
No.
What kind of a story has been passed around these sorts of places about this particular location?
Well, the rumor in Meadowbrook is that there have been a lot of unexplained deaths and suicides in the building. All of them ruled mundane, but I mean, it's quite a high number. I don't have the exact number on me, but it's up there.
Kinds of sounds like there's some supernatural interference. Ghosts.
He kind of looks at all across. Well, yeah, probably something, because gestures.
Do we?
Well, have you got any prime suspects?
Nope, that's why you guys are all going down there.
Do we know why you said his name was Arthur?
Arthur Donnelly, yes.
Do we know why Arthur was in the building?
He kind of pauses and kind of shakes his head. I can tell you it was not an official Delta Green mission.
Curious.
But that's about it.
Would we be able to go to Arthur's residence to see if we can investigate and see if we can figure out a reason why he would have been there?
We checked his own residence. He hasn't been living there in some months. At least 3. I mean, you could check if you want it, but yeah, I don't think it would turn up any much.
You got any next of kin?
Well, his ex-wife is the one who called it in after he'd been missing for several weeks. That's what turned us on to it.
Are we allowed to question her?
Yeah.
Okay.
He like takes back he offers his hand for the phone.
Oh.
I could throw that contact in there if you want it.
Yeah. Give it back to him.
He plugs in. He pulls out his own phone and plugs in a phone number and name, and hands it back.
Thanks. I guess final question is, does Delta Green have ghost detecting equipment in the cage that we can use?
Dawn just points to herself.
We do have we have assigned you one specialist, and we're not sure. It could be ghosts. It could be anything. It could be some sort of demon. It could be, with everything being counted. It could be crazy triangles that look weird.
Oh fuck, not triangles. I heard so many things.
Do not look directly at the triangle. Avert your eyes.
So what? Dawn? Did he say your name was? What are you? So you're like a Ghostbuster? Like the movie?
I mean, if there are ghosts, I will bust them.
That's fucking
If that's
cool.
what you're inferring.
Dawn, update your character sheet. Your new profession is Ghostbuster.
Hell yeah.
Ghostbuster.
I'm gonna keep the self-employed though, and I'm just gonna put self-employed Ghostbuster.
Good.
There you
Good.
Awesome.
Well, I expect we should mosey on out of here.
Yep. Keys are in the dash. Good luck.
I'll drive, and I'll just get up and start walking.
I kind of just like, not as hardcore of a salute, but I do salute.
He
things.
does it hardcore.
Yeah. I'm not like kissing ass, like, I'm just kind of like on the way out kind of thing.
How far is our location from where we're at?
It's about a 3-hour drive.
I'll drive myself. And he gets on his old Harley. Every time I talk, Emma shakes her head.
I
I can't help it.
I laugh too.
I love it. Dawn raises, looks over her sunglasses. This is like the first time anybody's seen her that she actually does have eyes, and looks at your motorcycle, and there's this pang of nostalgic jealousy in your motorcycle.
I kind of turned to Alice. You said your name was Alice, right? Your character, Emma?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
kind of turned to you because you look new. Everybody else has some varying level of degree of badassery that hides the fact that I don't know if they are new to this kind of world. Clearly Dawn isn't. But I think the Texan is just kind of a Texan. I don't know if he's prepared for a supernatural thing, but you look at the newest out of the three of them. And I just go, so how did you get into this?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm also not entirely sure why I'm on this particular mission. It's my first mission. I think it'll be okay though. I see a lot of Nordic stories and folklore. I think that I just have some experience with the dead.
Okay, cool. Well, keep that attitude. And I just
Well, kid, this ain't my first rodeo. I know two things. That's ranching and aliens. Kicks on his motorcycle.
I'll just kind of shout up your motorcycle. Ghosts aren't aliens. Get it right.
Kenny's like, wait, can an alien make a ghost? I turned to look back at the room that the handler was in because I want to ask, but I don't know.
my lowest stat is intelligence.
Great. Awesome.
Just give you a heads up.
Fantastic.
Well,
Of the things I'll be saying all night.
Great. Awesome. Can't wait.
I think, we should probably just head out. We can possibly come back for more equipment, I guess, if we needed some. I don't really know what else we'd need just yet. So, Dawn, you said you wanted to drive the Tahoe?
I'm already in the driver's seat. I already got the keys, and I'm
Pulling
already
around.
turning it on.
Okay, yeah. I get into the back seat of the Tahoe, and I do the same thing that I did last time. I connect my new phone to the Bluetooth inside of the car. So then I have, like, kind of a connection to it. Should I roll for that, or is it just, like, something I can kind of do?
That's something you can do without
Roll
much
to
of an
connect Bluetooth.
I kind of sucked at it last time, but I guess I did it good this time, so.
Yeah, it was without much of an issue, do it. Are you going to try to control the jams on this 3-hour road trip?
So, do you guys like, it's the weirdest millennial thing I can come up with.
Aqua.
Hot
K-pop.
dog techno?
Dave, if you could sample
No
that,
lo-fi.
if you could just sample that for us.
Just like,
What does hot dog-
hawk, hawk, hawk.
I hate it so much.
I can't
Just
swallow
bad as
this
a
hot dog.
It's audio clips from a hot dog eating competition mixed
Yeah.
with Druid Sandstorm.
Disgusting.
Have you ever seen the
Some
video of
remix
that one guy
vomiting.
that, like, he puts a hot dog in his mouth and then he just shoots it out? It's just that sound effect over techno noises.
Ew.
No? Okay, somebody else can control the music.
That's all I had. All right, both of
Dawn
you,
puts on classical
Dawn.
music. Just blasts Bach.
I'm into it.
I'm alright.
Dawn and Roger roll drive checks.
I got a 13.
Good.
I got a 6
It's-
out of
it's-
60.
Nice. Both of you succeed. You both make it there. Yeah. Yeah. Without much of an issue, you both listen to your music, or Roger if you don't. But you both make it to Meadowbrook within 3 hours. It is a suburb. It's fairly quiet by the time you arrive. I think you guys met midday probably, because the less conspicuous time. By the time you get there, it's around 7 p.m. It is a quiet suburb. You don't see a ton of people on the streets. There are shops. The night is fairly cool compared to how hot the day was, and the street lamps all glow a dull orange.
Alrighty. Well,
I've got Twizzlers if anyone wants one.
Ooh! I take
Dawn
one
takes-
immediately.
Dawn immediately takes it out of Kenny's hand and starts eating it.
Oh, I take another one. So do you... do you think we
Alice,
should...
you'll want a Twizzler.
I'll take one.
Are they regular or pull and peel?
Well, they have to fit in my pocket, so they're the regular ones.
No,
Pull and peel's
one
better,
really
but-
long pull and peel.
Yeah.
Or you've already peeled
Oh, you should have made it pull and peel
Pile.
so that later if we needed a rope, we could pull it and tie them together.
So do we pull up in front of like this hotel? What are we here? Like is it a
It's a
hotel, a
house.
manor?
You have an address. You haven't determined where you guys are staying the night. You guys didn't get
Yeah.
you were not given a place to spend the night. There is a house here for you guys to investigate, or you could do whatever else. You have a phone full of contacts. Yeah, you have the house. You have the number of the ex-wife of the agent Donnelly.
I'm
We're not
assuming-
necessarily pulled up to the house yet, or we are.
Unless you wanted to. It's up to you guys.
I would think that
If
we're
you-
like pulled up in a gas station that's like just inside of town, like
Yeah, so maybe
where
like
the
10,
GPS
15 minutes
leads.
away.
Yeah, so maybe we're all meeting up in the gas station talking about our next move. Like maybe we should get a hotel if this is going to be a longer one. You think?
Yeah, I don't fancy a 3-hour drive in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good time. Well, I can.
We could just stay at the house.
You want to stay at a suicide house?
I
Oh,
second
I've
the
been to one of
motion.
those.
You're gonna find out more at the scene of the crime.
Well, what we could do is I can call and make some reservations while we head over to the house to kind of scope it out. It's probably better to scope it out during the day than it would be at night, right?
I mean, looks around, it's basically night. But why don't you go ahead and do that if it makes you feel good? And if we have to, we can cancel those reservations.
It's 7 p.m. in July, so there is still some light out. It will get dark soon, but there's still a little bit of light.
She's wearing sunglasses, everything is dark always.
It's always night.
Middle of noon.
It's always night in my life.
Well, in my experience, aliens come out mostly at night. So if we're gonna see any spooks, it's gonna be at night.
We don't necessarily want to see them. We just need
Listen,
evidence
if
of
that's
them.
the answer, well, I mean, if you see them, that's the best kind of evidence, isn't it?
Yeah, true, but what if they're super dangerous?
Then you better run fast.
Oh. Okay.
They might not be dangerous. That's always possible.
I mean, they did. Well, yeah, I don't know. Kind of getting a little shy. But yeah, I'll make the hotel reservation. That's something I know I can at least do. So I just pull out my my phone and I do it via some website, probably like Orbitz. I don't know.
It's a fairly small suburb. There is one motel in the area. It's called the Enchanted Woods.
The Enchanted Woods. This sounds pretty fun. I'm gonna
Go to hotels.com. There's a screaming deal for a place in British Columbia.
Here we go right back. Chris, take it over. Are you paying for it already, or are you just kind of like saying, I don't think it charges immediately. It will be if you're staying the night, just are you reserving it for one night, for a couple?
I'll reserve it night by night, so just one night for
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Well, I'm not
I'll
getting just one hotel room. Did you guys all want your own, or what? I guess maybe it's best if we all have one, but maybe I'll make it a big one, and then we can have people sleep on the floor or whatever. I don't know.
I'm fine with sleeping on the floor. Those Twizzlers are really crunchy.
How long have these been in your pocket?
Been in my pocket for a while.
Admittedly forgot they were in there since last Halloween. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a hotel then reservation while they figure out what we should do first.
Make an you can do this two ways. You can either do an intelligence roll ×5, an accounting check, or that's it. Just those two for
Okay.
now.
I'll do an intelligence roll. Although I surprisingly have one in both. 74, which is just above, so unfortunately I don't get it.
You can still make the purchase. It's just a little I think maybe you haven't been paying attention to your account so much. You can make it if you reduce one of your bonds by 1 if you want.
I'm not doing that for a hotel room. You're out of
Yeah,
here,
someone else-
Marshmallow. No.
Well, I reckon we should go to the scene of the crime.
Okay.
I like the way you think. It's really straightforward, although you talk very slowly. It's just Twizzlers.
Yep.
Alright. I'll meet you there, and I'll get into the car.
He does his very bow-legged walk to his motorcycle and hops on.
I'm the mosey on down.
I'm a mosey on down the old Dusty.
While we're driving to the house, can I call Arthur's, you said wife?
Yes.
I suppose ex-wife at this point?
It was the handler mentioned it was ex-wife beforehand. This was not his wife. It was his ex-wife.
Oh, okay. Okay, so can I call her, I guess, while we're on our way? So I'll just use the burner phone and give her a call?
Yeah. It rings for a little while, and then you hear a pickup. Hello?
Hi there. My name is, Morgan, and I was, calling to ask a few questions, if you don't mind, about your ex-husband.
Oh, I already told the police what I knew, but, sure, okay.
It's a very curious case, so we're just double-checking our tracks. Hope you don't mind. But we were curious if you knew, when was the last time you saw him, and what was he doing?
I saw him about 3 weeks ago. We're still friends. We talk once in a while, but, I hadn't seen him since then. He just kind of fell off the grid. He was always busy with work. That's part of the reason we got divorced, but, he just hadn't been home, so that's why I called.
Did he sound, like erratic, or, out of the ordinary in any way?
Roll either a persuade or a charisma check.
Let's go with persuade. That's a 100. When you last talked to him, did he... And then I hang up. Oh, well.
You can either accidentally hang up, or I'll something else will happen. A critical failure. Something has to. Okay, actually, there is a thing for this. So on a critical failure, let's say this is alienation. You offend an important NPC. All charisma checks or persuade tests are going to fail with her.
Oh, dang. Okay.
She says, I'm just not really comfortable. It's pretty soon. I'm still not really comfortable talking about it.
This will definitely help our investigation if you can cooperate with us, ma'am. I'm kind of getting a little bit more mean. Because I've been in a situation where I didn't get answers and stuff, and it ended up with people dying, so I don't want that to kind of happen again, so it's almost like I'm panicking a bit as I'm talking to her. I'm just like, do you know anything about where he was going, or why he was going there?
No, I just know he went somewhere. He said he had a job to do. I'm sorry. And then she, like, you can feel her start to get emotional. Let's have Alice, roll an alertness check.
So that's an 18.
That's
so I got it. Yeah.
I think you're probably in the front seat, and Kenny's still in the back, and Dom's driving while you guys are driving. You can kind of overhear this conversation starting to go sour.
Okay, then I'm gonna kind of like swivel around in the seat, and I'm gonna be like,
I go, I just hand it to you really quick.
and I take the phone. Did we get a name for her?
Marina is her name. I don't think I think he put it in the phone as Marina. Marina Donnelly.
Okay. Hello, Marina.
Hello?
Hi, hello, yes. So my name is, Alice, and, I'm also working on this investigation, and I could sense that perhaps you needed a bit of space and room to process what has happened. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, roll a persuade or charisma, and then you can get an extra 20% towards it.
That's a 25. Got it. Great. Good. We're doing great.
She says, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Your partner was a little abrupt.
That's all right. And I'm going to turn around and look at him and say, he sometimes gets that way.
You don't know me.
It's his twist. You don't know me.
You don't know me. Pull out my laptop.
If there's any details that you can think of that would help us give you some peace of mind and closure, then do please share that with us. We need as much information as possible.
She sighs. Arthur was always very driven and determined and threw himself in his work. And I think that's where he went. But I never thought he would be the kind of person who would do something like to himself.
Yes, it is unusual. Is there any information you have about, did he leave any notes or any phone calls, any phone numbers, any information about where he went over the last couple of weeks that you haven't seen him?
No, he never wanted me to get involved with that part of his life. So I know he said he had to go on a job, but that is all I know about that.
I'm gonna look at probably Kenny, since Dawn is driving, and gonna be like, do you want anything else? Is that
Ask her if she knew anything about the property that he went to.
okay? Do you know anything at all about the house that he went to or the property for his job?
I didn't know where he went or that he was going to a property. I thought maybe, and she pauses and it's stupid. We're not together, so he wasn't cheating on me, but I thought maybe he had a new girlfriend. I saw a picture on his phone when we met up.
Oh. You don't happen to have his phone, do you? He didn't.
No.
Okay. Could you describe what she looked like?
She was pretty. She had darker skin, long black hair, tied in a ponytail.
Can I computer science to see if I find her Facebook profile picture and page? Or his Facebook profile to see if he's dating anybody from there?
You can try. You could roll roll whatever that skill is for you.
That one's computer science, I think.
Yeah, computer science. There you go.
Yeah, because SIGINT would be something else. That's what we were doing wrong last time. 72, pass.
You find... It's not unusual. You find that there is no social media presence for Arthur Donnelly.
Damn
Which
it.
is not unusual for Delta Green agents.
Yeah, that tracks. Can I find hers? The one she's
Off of
talking
a
to on the
physical
phone?
description?
No,
That's pretty...
No, the person on the phone.
hers!
Yeah.
Yeah, with that, I'll say... Yeah, with your roll, you find hers pretty easily. It's Marina. It still says Donnelly, and it's got she works as a doctor. She's an optometrist. Lives in Boston, and says she's single. I think it has her maiden name, Sirocco, in parentheses next to it on the Facebook page. There is, I think, looking through after a while, she hasn't taken down all of the pictures of Arthur.
So
And you find a couple, like if you search back, you see he looks to be in his mid 40s, but he's got a very like strong build. Maybe used to play like football. Is rarely smiling.
All right, I'm just kind of nodding as I'm on my laptop, kind of lost in my own world as Alice is still talking on the phone.
And the woman that you saw on his phone, was that just a photo of her, or was it a photo of the two of them together?
No, it's just her.
All right. Well, if you think of anything else, oh my, this is the burner phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do give us a call, and I'll give her the number.
Okay. Thank you. I hope I was able to help.
Yes, you were very helpful. Thank you so much.
And she hangs up.